So before you were to power up your panel, one thing you want to have done is have a keypad connected to it. That panel out of the box is looking for one keypad at address 1. So ideally, before you apply power to that panel, you will wire a keypad to it, to the SDI2 bus. And the keypads are set to address 1 out of the box. Otherwise, your keypad's going to be, or excuse me, your panel's going to be beeping at you over and over until you wire that keypad to it. So here we see each column is a different keypad. If you have multiple keypads, they all need to be set to a different address. Other than the B915, all our SDI2 keypads are addressed with dials. Now, the touchscreen keypad is not a physical dial. It's a digital dial. You'll see it on the screen. On initial power up of a touchscreen keypad, you have a countdown button that comes up. You push and hold with your finger on that countdown button, and it'll take you to where the dials are at. You can change the address from there. And the rest of the keypads, you'll see the dials physically on the back of it. So if I had a second keypad, and I wired it to the panel, by default, it wouldn't be functional. By default, it's not looking for a keypad to address to. So keypad type is where I could change it to the appropriate one it was. And keypad 2 is my touchscreen keypad. I could change that there. The name you put in at the top here, that name is not going to show up at the keypad. That's really just for you as the installer to use as a reference. Name it some type of description of where it's at in the building. That way you can easily tell which keypad's which. The name that shows up on the keypad is whatever area it's assigned to. So that's what's the home base, what area do you want that keypad to control is the purpose of that. So maybe keypad 1 was in area 1. I can leave it like that, and keypad 2 is in the stock room. I can change it to area 2 stock room. Another thing of importance with a keypad is the scope setting. The options you have: panel-wide keypad. That keypad can control all areas of the system. And area-wide scope, that's if you want a keypad to control just one specific area. Other options you have, account-wide. That would just be if you have multiple account numbers in the panel. And custom is an option you have. That'd be if you wanted a keypad to control multiple areas of the system, but not all of them. You use a custom scope. In this case, if I wanted them both to be panel-wide, it's still only going to affect the areas that user has authority in. So right now, if our manager user put in their passcode to either keypad, it'll arm and disarm both areas. But if one of the regular employees put in their passcode, it's just going to arm or disarm the area they have authority in. But yeah, the areas and scope setting will reflect there. Panel-wide says all. And if it was area-wide, just show that one area. If it was custom, it would say double-click to view, and you could see what areas that keypad was controlling. And that's really the main things for setting up a keypad. A lot of other options you have here. As we mentioned earlier, our B942 touchscreen keypad has a built-in proxy reader, where the customer can use an access credential anytime it asks them for a passcode, present the credential instead. That is disabled out of the box. If you're going to use that, this is the setting you want to change to no to enable it. You can also change the volume, brightness settings of the keypad. A lot of options. And at this point, if you saved it and sent this programming to the panel, those keypads would be functional at that point.